everybody. Welcome back to the Grace Grella Show. If you're watching live, and you know what I'm going to be saying because it's all about Suzane Northrop. Woo! In the house. This woman is unbelievable. Her energy is so brilliant. I mean, for heaven's sakes, New York had like an earthquake today. We never get those. And, you know, because she was coming to the TV studio. I'm telling you, that's how energetically awesome this woman is. She is internationally renowned. She's an author of a couple of books. Her bestseller is Nothing Happens, Everything Happens for a Reason.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks, Suzane.
That's okay.
And see, she's helping me out already. Everybody welcome Suzane Northrop, Miss International. We love her. Okay. And Suzane, you had been telling us previously about your journey and how it started so young, and you were the trailblazer. Nobody had the instruction book, you know, when you were given your gift.
Yeah.
So you had to write your own. In fact, you wrote three, actually.
That's true. But you know, and sometimes I think there's an advantage of that. Yeah. And because I kind of, you know, I'm
made your own way.
Well, I'm kind of sitting back now, and I'm kind of like watching the show now. You know, the different people who are very, you know, a lot of people are very giving, and a lot of people are very like determined that, you know, the only way you can do this is if you're on TV. And it's like, you know, the TV is like this moment. It's not your career. It's like you're doing this for this moment. It's got nothing to do really.
Correct.
It's just kind of part of the program.
It's a vocation.
It's a vocation, exactly. You know, it's like radio. Like I love radio. I love TV. You know, but you know, it's like. That is only a part of it. It's not your career.
Right.
You know,
and
career is your life's work. You
absolutely.
know?
And you have such a brilliant, you've got something's coming up in December that you're doing in where, Massachusetts?
I'm doing an event, yes.
Where is this, please? Where can
it's actually Sturbridge, Massachusetts.
Okay, and where in Sturbridge?
It's you know, it's a good question. You go to my website, you'll get it all.
Okay, so
you'll get where all the places I'm going to be. I'm going to be in Massachusetts.
They'll know where they can come see you and contact you, and I know your website is SuzaneNorthrop.com.
You got it. Yes.
And that all that information can be found
I'll be in
there.
Massachusetts in December. I'm going to be in Florida in January. I'm going to be back in Massachusetts in February. I'm going to be in Toronto in February.
Wow.
And in March, I'm going to be in Lafayette, Louisiana, and I'm going to be.
You get around, woman.
I get along, yes.
Yay! And a lot of lucky people for that fact.
Well, I figured there's dead people everywhere, so you got to sort of share the wealth.
The odds are in your favor.
Yeah, the odds are in your favor pretty good, you know. So why not shed the breath? But you know, I've always felt like, because you know, when you know certain people get known, they kind of only go to the big cities. And so it's like the smaller cities, they kind of get left out of like the good talent. And I've always been a firm believer, like, you know, I was raised in a rural town. So like I just did an event in Roanoke, Virginia. This is like my 13th year of doing it, and it's called Hope for the Holidays. And they bring me down there, and it's just like the town, they couldn't be more thankful that I come, because nobody goes to Roanoke. I mean, not even like the rock people, they go to the other kind of outlying areas. So they feel very kind of blessed that I go there. And it's a great experience.
They are blessed that you go there.
It's like most people go to New Orleans when they go to Louisiana. I go to this place called Lafayette, which is about 3 hours of east of New Orleans. So I kind of like doing that. That to me is like kind of a cool thing to do.
It sure is.
Yeah, you know.
And you sure are.
Well, thanks. Thanks. Well, you are too, Grace.
Thanks, right back at you, babe. Listen, we have Annie, another beautiful Gemini, at the microphone, and are we having a convention of her people who have passed? Anybody come through?
Well, there are a couple of people here. You lost your husband?
Well, he was my ex-husband.
Okay, I don't care what happened. I don't care if he's ex or wherever you.
Okay.
I don't care what they are. If they're husbands, even if we get rid of them, you had children with this man, didn't you?
Yes.
So he's still your husband.
Okay.
Because once you share children, it's a package program.
Well,
I'm sorry, I hate to say it. Even though they may not be around, you may kick them out of the house. When there's that bond, it's whatever it is.
Yes.
Good, bad, ugly. That's kind of the deal. So was he not around for a while, my dear?
Yeah.
Okay, because it's interesting, because he's telling me like I wasn't around here and I didn't do what I should have done, so to speak.
Right.
It's had a very big effect on your son, I don't mind telling you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and that's where a lot of issues are,
Yes.
all right? So it's like, what I always tell people is that, you know, the dead people, they can't interfere with your path because we all have a path. But because of that love continuing, if they can help you out along the way and they're allowed to, they will. Okay. So it's like, he said, like, I couldn't come up to the plate when I was in body, but I'm really trying to come up to the plate now. So I want you to know that, you know, I'm trying to do what I can for my son at this point, because he could use a hug from him, whatever.
Yeah.
Probably a kick in the rear also, but he could certainly use that. So it'd be nice if he knew that.
Okay.
So I don't know how we'll slip him that, you know, but
Right.
there's a lot of ways of saying anything, like, you know, he wasn't the best this and that, but we all have good qualities somewhere along the line.
Right.
You know, he's got a lot of his dad in him. That's why I'm saying
Oh,
this.
definitely.
You know, like I
Yeah.
said, the good, bad, and the whatever. So
Right.
you know, and we have to come to terms with that sometimes. Mm-hmm. You know,
Yeah.
and what I always sort of tell people, although I often get tomatoes thrown at me for saying this, but he chose him for his father for a reason. Just like he chose you as his mother for a reason.
Okay.
And I know that that's a hard thing for most people to wrap themselves around. I chose them. I go like, well, you know, maybe you're out of it, or you were having a life experience before a life experience, but that's the way it works. Okay. So always try to keep that in mind, and don't over defend the situation, because this was his choices.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Take that to heart, dear, because you need to take that to heart.
Okay, thank
Because
you.
I think that you feel, you know, one person can't be everything to anybody. It
Right.
doesn't work that way. We try to be the best that we can at what we are.
Right.
You were a great mom, but you know he's got to like take from other people too, and his responsibility and whatever in this as well.
Okay.
It isn't just all on you.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right?
Yes. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
Okay.
Annie Triboniani. No, you can't go yet.
Oh.
I'm going to make you stand there. I feel like I'm in Catholic school. And you're going to stand there.
Get the ruler out.
Yep, Sister Margaret. And I say that with all love and respect, Sister Margaret. I know she's in heaven. Annie, I just feel that you're going into a season of having things resolved in your life, where you've been through this tumultuous Annie M energy, where you felt like, you know, the cyclone took you up and it was just spinning in a spin, loving that spin on it, you know. And now it's like, oh, stop, I need a little rest already yet. So it's going to be between January and May of next year, 2018, that all the ducks start lining up in a row. Quack, quack. So in January, your son gets the job of jobs that he's going to be happy, and the prodigal son comes home. All right, amen, hallelujah, and the angels sing, ah. And then you know, because you're such a good-hearted woman, it's like when your kids and your grandchildren are happy, healthy, and doing great, then you're in heaven, literally. Okay, and you know, you've got your man you love that is so dearly beside you, and I keep calling him your handsome husband, because he is. And you know, we have to tell the truth of it now. So it's about keeping your eye on the light and not allowing the darkness to engulf you. And when you do feel that you're kind of getting sucked under by the undertow of things, it's reminding yourself that you are the light. And in the darkness, that's when we see the stars. You know, that's when we see their beauty. And that's when we see your beauty, beauty, okay? Because you're the one to say, okay, enough now, let's get over it, and let's keep on keeping on. You've done that your whole life, babe.
Yeah.
And you've been Chills, thank you. You've been such an example to so many people, and that you don't even know how blessed you are, that so many people would have given up or maybe taken their life, or some serious stuff here, if they hadn't had your strength in their life. And I'm talking about neighbors, friends. I mean, it doesn't have to be people that we're so close with 24/7 all the time. All right, you're a saint. You're a walking, living saint, child. So don't worry about it. But they're being serious with you. Give credit where credit is due, and know this too shall pass. The best is yet to come for you, and it's going to start in January. It's going to be a brilliant new year for you.
That doesn't mean I'm kicking the bucket. And
No, you're not going anywhere.
Oh, okay.
You're not going anywhere. The only time I'm
Okay.
talking to you is on this side.
Okay.
Okay? And you still got a lot of work to do. You're not getting out of it that easy.
I just want to prepare.
Okay?
Okay.
And you got a long time going here, so you don't have to worry about that. All right?
Okay.
So you got a lot. What was that song? I got a lot of living to do, and,
Yeah.
and you do. All right,
Okay.
sweetheart? So lots of love, and thanks for showing up. I'm so blessed that I have all this Gemini energy. I
Thank
always say
you.
that I love Geminis, because Geminis are brilliant. Geminis always, it reminds me of Cher in the movie Moonstruck. Snap out of it. Your life, it's going down. You know, they'll give you that wake-up call, you know?
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's logical, like Spock, just logical.
Well, that's the other side.
Yeah, and it's beautiful.
That other thing.
Both sides are beautiful.
So.
You're like the living embodiment of that song I've looked at, Clouds from Both Sides Now.
Yeah.
That's a Gemini. So thanks again, Annie.
Thank you.
We love
Thank
having you here.
You're welcome, Nanny.
So, and it's so true about Geminis. I mean, you know, it's the energy, the brilliance, the ability to get down to the nitty gritty in 3 words or less.
Unless you live with them.
Oh, well, then, well.
That's a whole other program.
Yes, I can speak from experience on that one. My ex-husband, I still love you, Michael, but I say, I love you, I just can't live with you, honey.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there's you and there's all the 4 people.
Yes, yes, but in
Right.
such a lovely way. I mean, the wit, the humor, the
It's
intelligence.
never dull.
Never.
That's for sure.
Never, ever, ever. And hopefully we can cheer up Julia, who's waiting on the line. Julia, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, how can we help you?
Thanks for taking my call, ladies. Well, I am calling because I am wanting to relocate. I live in Central Florida now, and this is kind of a starting over period. I'm 56 and divorced, so now it's just me, and so this is kind of like a fresh start, a reboot.
I'm going to let you take that, but I'm going to say one thing. I dabble a lot in, you know, mostly dead people is my thing, but I dabble a little bit here and there. She's in her 2nd Saturn return. You thinking the same thing? So you're absolutely right. You are starting over. We have what's called, you know, a 28-year cycle. The first one is when we're born, and that ends at 28, between 28 and 30. Then the second one is the age that you are right now. It's between 56 and 58. And what you are is you're being born all over again, but of course you got like the 56 years with that. So it's like you are absolutely starting over. It's very common for people right during that age to do exactly what you did. Move, get divorced, lose somebody in your life, start a new career, whatever. It's not uncommon for this to happen right at this particular time. So the fact that you're in that mode, I mean, obviously you're supposed to be because you are in it. But I just want you to know that it's really quite timing with the cycle that you're in right now, Julia. All right?
Okay.
But what I'm going to tell you is this, is that when you get through this period, and we all get through these periods, and we're sort of forced to deal with what I call our biggest, deepest fears, whatever they are, and you know them better than anybody else. It's the second time around, although you've had them throughout your life, because we have different astrological periods. But this is a very, very big, important time in your life. I think you know that energetically, soul-wise. So don't take it for granted, because whatever you've been conflicted with or whatever your fears that have come up at this time, it's another opportunity, although Saturn people don't believe that, it's another opportunity to sort of face those, whatever those things are. And you know that better than anybody. You understand?
Yes.
Good.
Okay, Julia, you're a Virgo, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so what Suzanne's saying, who's your own worst critic is yourself, right? Because Virgos are all about detail and analyze, and let me analyze it and pick it apart and analyze it and pick it apart. Because you're always going for that perfection, and nobody, forget about it, nobody on this planet is ever going to achieve perfection. I'll solve the mystery for you right now, okay? So it's like, be easy on yourself, girl,
Right.
okay? Start counting your blessings. Stop finding faults, all right? And start counting your blessings. And you have so much healing energy. Virgos want to serve. They want to help people. They want to make it better, all right? And Virgos can either be the heights of heaven, or they can tear themselves down to the other place. And we want you in heaven, okay? So I really feel that, now did you want to counsel people as like a counselor, life coach?
You know, I'm kind of up for anything at this point. I was a homemaker for a very long time, so this is like everything is starting over.
Okay, do you have 3 children, honey?
I have 1.
Okay, because like, were there 2 other pregnancies?
No.
All right. I get the number 3 around family for you. So unless it's literal, just the one child and you and your husband, and that's where the 3
That was
comes
it.
from.
That is it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was it.
All right. So I get the number 3 around family for you. And I also keep hearing that there's something to do with a class, a course, some sort of certification with about counseling or coaching people, like being a life coach. Because you're really good at getting down to the nitty-gritty. Once given, listen to somebody's story for a half hour. You can encapsulate it in 5 words or less and say, is that what's bothering you, Bunky? I mean, it's amazing what Virgos can do. You can see to the core of people's hearts, okay? So, and you think it's just, oh, everybody can do this. No, honey, it's a gift that God gave you. All Virgos have this ability. Why not capitalize on it and make money, honey? Okay? Be practical, like the earth sign you are. So I think if you even start off volunteering and see how you like it. Okay? And was there some sort of, and maybe it's a transition thing. Maybe you counsel other women who are making changes in their lives or going through changes in their lives. All right? But somehow you're going to be of service. You're going to be counseling others. This is where your soul is going to be bringing you. And who's Michael to you, please?
I just prayed to Archangel Michael while I was waiting to be speaking with you.
Oh, see? Oh, he's coming through. Okay. I love him. I pray to him every day, too, because I hear Michael's on your side. All right? And Archangel Michael is formidable. So nobody going to be messing with you, girlfriend. Okay? Now, also, besides praying to Archangel Michael, I also keep feeling that there's something to do with a, who is, I keep just feeling this soft touch on my cheek. Did your mom used to, when you were a little girl, say goodnight and like just stroke your cheek with her hand lightly? Or your grandma?
I don't remember that, but it's possible.
Okay. Who's Virginia or Ginny to you, please?
I don't know.
Okay, write that name down, please. This is someone that's going to be very helpful with your transition.
Okay.
Okay. And also, I want to say now, you said you had a son?
I have a daughter.
Okay. How come I see a son? Is she currently married?
No, not yet. They live together.
Okay. They're getting married. He's not going to be a son-in-law. He's going to be the son that you never had. Okay. And I see them having 2 children. Now, we don't have to give birth to kids. It could be animals. You know, I know people with animals, and like the other show, Suzanne had animals that were hanging out with the dead people in heaven, and they were hanging out with her here. And it's like because they're part of the family, they're like people for us, right? So around your daughter and your soon-to-be son-in-law, I see 2 children, whether they're fur babies or they're real children, but they're going to have 2, okay?
It's funny, they each have 2 cats.
Oh, bingo.
So they already got
Two,
2.
and she has 2.
All right, now we're just talking about fur babies, and you're telling me about their cats. Okay, so that was what was meant to happen there. And also, sweetheart, who is Patty or Patricia to you?
A family friend.
A family friend. This family friend is going to be utilized as a messenger angel for you, and with an opportunity for a job. Okay, write that down, please. So really pay attention when the next conversation you have with this Patricia. It's going to be worthwhile for you. I think everything is going to be signed, sealed, delivered in your life within a 6-month time frame. So December, January, February, March, April, May. By the end of May, honey, everything will be structured. You'll have your ducks in a row. You'll be a happy Virgo again.
Beautiful.
Yes, you are. And thank you so much for calling in. And I'm so
Thank
happy for
you.
you that you got to speak with Suzanne. She's just the bomb. She's the international
Thank
bomb.
you so much, ladies.
Oh,
You're welcome.
Wishing
You're
you all the
welcome.
best for an amazing holiday.
Oh,
Thank
you
for
too,
taking my
sweetheart.
call.
We're sending you love
Thank
from
you.
above.
Back at you.
Okay, thanks, baby. Have a good night.
You too.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Hello, lovely.
How are you?
First name, birthday, month, and day?
Lenore, 527.
5/20, May 20. May. So you're Gemini?
Yes.
Oh, happy day. Okay, another Gemini. I'm telling you, I'm buying a lotto ticket. I'm going to find a gas station that's open. I'm getting a lotto ticket. All right, honey. So you know what? I love Geminis. I can't. I haven't shut
I've
up
gathered
about it.
that tonight.
Okay, all right. Do you have a specific area you
I
want
don't really
Suzanne to
have
talk
a
about?
question, but maybe Suzanne, messages from the other side.
Oh, sure. Take it away, honey.
Dad's passed?
Yes.
He been gone a while?
Yes.
Okay. He comes with another vibration of his peer level. So did he have a brother? Somebody has another brother there. Brother, brother-in-law, something.
Brother-in-law, maybe.
Okay, so would that be his sister's husband?
No, his wife's.
His wife's brother?
Right.
Is the wife still here?
No.
So they're all coming together, all three of them.
Okay.
Okay, was he connected to them?
Yeah, they were close.
Yeah, they're all close. They're all coming together. That's what happens when they're close. They sort
Family
of like all come
reunion.
together. Yeah. But mom was also passed.
Yes.
She went after him?
No.
The other way around? There's a distance in their passing.
About 9 years.
Yeah. Now, you're born in May, but there's a May or March also deal with somebody's birth or passing. March, April, May, right in that zone.
Passing or
Birth or
birth
ba-
date?
birth or passing?
Birth.
And who's that?
Husband.
And he passed too?
Yes.
Says he's with them. Isn't that nice? He decided to show up? Handsome guy, by the way,
Thank you.
as we say modestly. Okay, so wait a minute. So his passing is in that time?
No.
His
His birth
birthday.
is in that time?
Yes, birth.
Okay, so who's June? There's got to be a June deal too because they're giving me June. So I'm going to let you think about it, okay? Now, first of all, your husband's telling me quite literally without question he knew he was going to pass. And he's telling me that he calls you my girl. I want you to know. That's how he refers to you, my girl. And he said, not that my girl and I talked about it at length, but we knew. And he said, not only did you be by his side 24/7, that he has his heart thankful for you for, but it was that we knew that those moments were precious, and we utilized them accordingly. I feel like he was a pretty dignified dude, to be honest with you, and the more dignified they are, the less they want the people that they love to see them the way that they are. I don't know if he couldn't literally stand, but I feel like I couldn't literally stand.
He couldn't.
And this is a man that was like this.
Proud, very proud.
Very. And so when we can't literally stand that way, it's like, I can't let my girl see me this way anymore. So he feels honored that you stayed with him by that side, but he also feels honored that sometimes the best way we love somebody is to let them go not being in the way they were. And as painful as it difficult was, you did do that.
Yes.
And I think he very much thanks you. He's got an odd sense of humor too, by the way. He's a little, I would call, warped upstairs. And so he says, I'm still expecting, presents under the tree this year. All right, I want the presents because he loved the holidays and loved to celebrate the holidays, and he loved all that. So he goes, don't ever forget those. I know you won't, but he goes, I want you to know that keep that place open for me.
Did he celebrate Hanukkah?
No.
How come he's showing me candles being lit?
Oh, because I light a candle every morning.
That's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's showing me candles being lit, so it's acknowledging the candles you light
That I
every
light.
morning for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And who is Al or Alan to him? That he worked with. Somehow connected with career or job for him. This is somebody that is going to be getting in touch with you. This is going to be your proof positive, because I always ask for it silently, that everything that you're hearing today is on point and meant for you. That this person is going to contact you and say, gee, I came across his paperwork or whatever, and would you like it? All right, it has to do with paperwork.
Yeah,
All
a
right,
name
that's
that
gonna be
is
your
not
sign.
familiar.
Is he in the
okay.
service?
Yes.
Yeah, he's got a uniform on today.
Okay.
Okay, and he liked the uniform. And I got
he
one last
did.
thing. You have a
He did.
daughter?
No.
Okay. Who's the younger female he's making reference to? Is this a daughter, granddaughter, whatever?
Could be his daughter
His
or
daughter.
his, right,
Got it.
granddaughter's, right, his
Okay.
daughter.
So it's by his daughter then?
Right.
Okay. But you must be connected to them.
Yes.
Okay. This is important. And you don't know this, But you think that sometimes it's important for them to be connected to you, right?
Yes.
But it's actually the other way around. You're important to them.
Okay.
So he's saying don't ever forget that, because sometimes you think that they're only doing that because.
Holy day of obligation.
Right.
This is because
Right.
you
Yes.
were the one he loved.
Yes.
Okay, with all his heart.
Right.
You were his great
and you
love.
were also you're also his memory with them. So keep that in mind when you're with them.
Okay.
All right?
That ought to put some pep back in your step, babe. Did you have a specific question?
Not really. I just wanted to see if he would come forward.
And he did, because
yeah, he
Suzanne
did, he
is
did.
the bomb.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, and she's a Gemini, you're a Gemini, I'm a Gemini heaven. This is all good. So, I don't know where time goes when we do this show. It's like we are at the time warp, the Rocky
Well, that's
Horror,
what it is. You are in time warp.
Yeah, we're warping time here. And we're going to have to start wrapping up soon. But before we do, as a Gemini, you know that the information is in a constant flow to you, right? All the Geminis I know and love on this planet are all gifted. They won't admit to it. They'll make it logical, right? Except Suzanne, she owns up to it. But they'll say, oh, well, it just makes sense. You're very gifted, honey. Listen to your intuition.
I just recently started to do that because people tell me that all the time, and it's like you say, oh well, that's
Right.
yeah,
It's logical,
and,
yeah.
Yeah,
it's
never,
logical.
never discount it, because
Yeah.
we have this stuff for a reason, you know.
Right.
We all have it. I mean,
And what
it's
is
not
the
a
name of your
copyright
book?
thing.
What is the name of that book?
Everything happens for a reason.
Bada boom, bada bing, bada bang. See, we
Right.
marketed, we did all this brainstorming, the Gemini energy, and that's why it's brilliant. You both are brilliant, Suzanne. I am honored,
Oh,
blessed,
well, thank you.
and
Listen.
forever grateful. And hopefully, maybe on your travels, you're coming back. And
I'll come back.
You come back, hopefully.
I'll absolutely come back.
All right, see, people, there's hope. There are miracles. Okay, and you are a miracle.
Oh, great. And
You
you're
know
a
that.
gracious, gracious host. Thank you for
know.
having me.
Well, it's just true.
Yeah.